I just want to know why it turned back into winter. I'm legit cold. I've got a sweatshirt. This is basically a sweatshirt. And bibs on. And I'm freezing. This isn't very nice. I liked the 80-degree temperatures we had last week. Where is that? But I've got things to do today, so I can't sulk inside. Is anybody else like a habitual procrastinator? I guess I do have an excuse because I have lots of other things that take precedence before this. But you see all this on the ground here? So these were all perennial things that I started from seed last year in the back garden. And obviously we tilled all of that up. And so before we tilled it, I ran around with a shovel and I dug all these up. And they've just been sitting here. They're mostly herbs. I did plant the oregano. I did that. But I've got some perennial bee balm. Some different kinds of mints. I have spearmint, a mint that I really like. First of all, it smells really good. I don't eat this mint really. You can use it in teas, but it sets these pink flower spikes and it's so cute, and it's really cute in arrangements. So I dug that up because I really liked it. What else we got here? I don't really know. It's in a sage is here, and some rudbeckia that I found last minute. And the plan is to start me a little herb garden up here in front of my little greenhouse. The plan is to put it up here in the little garden in front of the greenhouse. I've got a couple rose bushes. Here's a couple David Austins and a couple little ones that I got from Heirloom Roses down here. Don't remember the variety and I lost the tag, so it'll be a surprise when it blooms because it's the first year that it bloomed. I also have a couple little ranunculus in this bed that are doing okay. The chickens dug most of them out, but what's left here is hopefully it'll flower because we're having a cold spell and ranunculus likes it cool. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to see that they survived. So I weeded this, which already needs weeded again because thistle is the worst. But this last year this was my overtaken bed of volunteer tomatoes that I didn't have the heart to pull out, that I will be pulling out every single one this year because that was awful. But in it, I have volunteer sunflowers, and this is a thistle. But they're popping up everywhere. And even though it has been relatively cold, like we had a freeze warning last night, so I think it got down to 31. These things are still living. Look, I see more. Those are some volunteers that I will absolutely let stay here because they don't take up that much room and I love them. And I know what I planted here. They're just big branching sunflowers, and so they'll be pretty. And they won't be in the way of the herbs. But like here, I've got thistles growing really nicely. Ow. Get out of here. But this is oregano that I dug up, neglected, just like the piles over there, and I popped into the ground, and most of them have survived. I see only 2 that did not make it, and that was really good because they've been just neglected. I threw them out here. I haven't watered them or anything. Because that's just how I roll. So I'm gonna fill this bed up with my herbs, and this will be my little herb garden. I just love volunteer plants. It's like free plants. What else did I see that volunteered here? No, it didn't die. I've also got volunteer dill that's popping up. An old thistle I thought I killed. So that's really fun. those are good volunteers. Volunteers that I will allow to stay because they won't overrun everything. I've got this front piece weeded, kind of. I've got areas of it weeded that I'm gonna put some of these herbs that I had dug up. But I found something. I almost killed it with the hoe. But I'm fairly certain that this little guy is something that I started from seed last year. It's a perennial plant called arnica. And arnica is actually really good for your skin. It has healing properties, but it also goes a little bit more than skin deep. People have used arnica for thousands of years for things like bruises and sprains. It's on the same line as like comfrey would be. So my daughter that has a bone disease that is constantly having some kind of bump, sprain, break, I thought that that would be really good to make into a salve or a tincture for her. So it's really exciting that it's coming back. It really works. So I'm gonna plant this area without any rhyme or reason at all. I'm just gonna get it in the ground. And then I think where these boards are, these were the walkways last year. I think I'm gonna come in with cardboard and wood chips as my mulch in this garden because it gets very weedy very fast. Okay, I did it. I stopped putting it off and I planted. I've got lots of bee balm in here. This is my plant haul, okay? Spotted bee balm, perennial. I've got a few flax in here. I don't know why, but I have flax. Also perennial. One tiny bed of ranunculus. Then I have my rose mint that I adore. More rose mint. And then I forgot and I saved a few rudbeckia. So last year, the varieties I grew were Cherokee, which is like a fall colored brown, yellow, orange. I also grew Sahara, which has really pretty doubles in like dusty pink, brown, orange, and the classic, I'm having a brain fart, but just like the big yellow one with the dark center. So it'll be a surprise as to what these are when they come up. I can't remember if I showed you guys this or not because it kind of happened right before I got sick. But looky, she's got her eyes open now. Oh my goodness. This is the first day the kitten's eyes are open. Lily had her kitties about probably close to 2 weeks ago. Week and a half, 2 weeks maybe. We've got them tucked in the garage inside this. We've got her maternity ward set up in here. But this little calico is the kid's favorite. They were like, can we keep them all? I told them they could keep 2. But she is the whiniest little girl. She is always crying about something, aren't you? Oh my goodness. It's okay, Mama. They're getting so cute now that their eyes are open. That's so exciting. Here, honey. I want to see this one. So we've got 1 calico, 2 orange boys. Oh my goodness. I mean, is there anything sweeter than little kitties? I just like every baby animal. I just want to put them in my pocket, carry them around. Living. It's been a couple days since we let the cows back on pasture. We've had them in this barn lot just because the girls had their hooves trimmed and their feet were kind of sensitive to the gravel across, and it was hard for me to get them to walk back and forth. So we just left them back here, but their time has come. I just got done milking Miss Honey, And so we're gonna put them, well, all the other cows are already over there, but we're gonna let her go.
You shut that Energizer off?
Miss Honey actually really needs bread. She's just been crazy because she's constantly in heat. But Crazy Pants is now over there with the others. I didn't save the milk because I knew it would take me too long to get back to the house with it. So I'm gonna go give it to the chickens.
No. The one. Burr! Burr!
There's just black chickens.
These brown and speckled ones are awfully friendly.
I like that one. I like that one. That one. I like all the Cathys.
You like all the Cathys? We had one special chicken. I haven't seen Kathy in a long time.
Oh, I'm sure she's still around here. She's in here.
Oh no.
I bet I know where to find her.
We had one special chicken that was a silver lace Wyandotte up at the front. She's a survivor. She has beat the odds. She's an old chicken. And her name was Kathy because she talked a lot, so I called her Chatty Kathy. And so in the bunch that we got for our new layers, one of the ones was the silver lace Wyandotte, so now we have like 25 of them. And Hunter said, I like all the Cathys because they look just like Kathy. And she might be gone. R.I.P. Kathy. I haven't remembered seeing her in a while. R.I.P. Just looks alive in here. And now the sun's going behind a cloud, but the light, the evening light was hitting in here. It just looked beautiful. But I think this is where I'm gonna end. Once again, I gotta do the on the frost cloth dance. So there's only 2 more really cold nights, fingers crossed, in our future that I will have to dance with this old frost cloth. But I've got to cover all my babies so that they don't get frosted on. You can see that I've lined the middle of this row. It's all just pepper and tomato transplants. Plus some behind me, plus some in the little greenhouse. It's abundant in here, that's for sure. That would be the word. But thank you guys for watching. Until next time.